Hello everyone and welcome to Stitching Ain't Easy. My name is Ashley. Thank y'all so very much for joining me today. Alright, as you can probably tell from the title, we're going to do a crochet with me in ramblings. However, this one's a little bit different. It is Friday today. We have a birthday tomorrow and we have plans this weekend. My hair is looking pretty rough. It needs some maintenance to say the least. And so I thought, hey, why not come on here and, my goodness gracious, do a little dreadlock maintenance. And it still counts as crochet. I'm just saying. And then talk to y'all. So, for my goodies, I have my dreadlock comb for separating. I doubt that I'm going to use as much, but just in case it's here. I use, for my hair, so it's still crochet, so I use crochet hooks for my hair. This one is a 0.7, which is probably my favorite. Little bitty tiny. This one is a 0.5, and then these are 0.5, and there are 3 in that, so these are really good for like down longer in the dread. These are good for up by my scalp. So anywho, yeah, so I've done this before, but it's been a little while and I was in kind of like a weird spot whenever I did it. So yeah, right now I'm setting, there's a mirror right here, so if I look over here a lot you'll know why. Anyway, yeah, I just thought we could do kind of like a ramblings and just kind of, hi, how are y'all doing and stuff. Before I even start this though, I want to show y'all something. I got a Happy Mail. So this is going to be pretty much like a ramblings, a Happy Mail, and then just kind of getting some stuff off my chest finally. Something I've had like on it for a while, but I haven't said anything. So, alright, cool. My beautiful BFF soul sister, Miss Madonna Ballard, sent me some goodies, and she sent them, and I don't know what has been happening with Amazon lately. They've been sending things to the wrong address a lot. 2 different wrong addresses, like our old one, which we haven't even been at it in a year, which isn't even an address anymore because it's not even an address anymore. They changed it. The people that bought our house put like a little commune on our 21 acres, which makes me insanely sad. There are like 3 houses on there now already, which really hurts my heart because it was like, it looked like a park and it was beautiful there. Anyway, so yeah, so part of them have been sent there, and then part of them have been like sent to our neighbors, which is just right up the road, but it's a completely different, like one road runs east and west, one road runs north and south, so therefore there are 2 completely different road numbers, 2 completely different addresses completely, but they keep taking our stuff up there. Those people have goats, and so they keep not wanting to leave things on the porch because of the goats, because they're all worried that they're leaving it at the wrong place or whatever. I'm like, okay. And so anyway, so they're like not leaving things there because of the goats, so they was putting them stuff in the back of a truck that's there, and so these people just like happened upon things, and they're like, oh, you have more packages here, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? So anyway, it's getting real frustrating, and I tried to call Amazon to be like, hi, how are you? We have a place where we live, and it's the whole point of road numbers, so you can find us and stuff like that. And I couldn't talk. We have a distribution center in town, and I could not find their number. They wouldn't give it to me, refused to. I called, they wanted the tracking numbers and things for things that were coming to my house, and I'm like, I don't have those, like they're gifts from friends and stuff. And I was like, I have one I can give you. And so I gave it to them, and it was something from my mom. Well, then they wanted my mom's email address, and I was like, I don't think you need that. And he's like, yeah, I need that so I can find her stuff. And I'm like, you don't need to find her stuff. You need to know where I live, and that's all. This is all that matters. Is my house, not hers. So then he wanted her phone number, and I was just like, I'm not giving you her information. Like, if anything, give me the Amazon people's phone number, then I don't even have to talk to you. And he's like, I can't give that out. And I'm like, well, neither can I. How about that? I can't give out her information either because it's not mine to give out. You're asking me for someone who sent me something's email address and their phone number. You already have the tracking number. None of that is even relevant. Just look up what I have purchased that's been to the wrong address and do that. It was this whole thing. So finally I just hung up on the dude. So I don't know. Anyway, all that to say, finally got one of the things. BFF told me she sent me a couple of other things, but this one I was just like jaw dropped. Whole entire deal. Was so stoked about this one. So my friends, we'll probably go right here because where else is it gonna go? Oh my gosh, no. Okay. Dropping it, too excited. Alright, are we ready? Check her out. Oh my gosh. Miss Janice Joplin, everybody. This is one of my very favorite pictures of Janice. There's one other one that's pretty high up there, but I can't ever find it anywhere. But anyway, with this one of Miss Janice. So excited. I was like, oh, no way. I saw this part, and Derek's like, BFF sent you, or BFF sent you that? And I was like, yes. I was like, I already know that that's who this is from. And he saw this part, and he's like, is it Bob Dylan? Because in case you haven't been here, her and I have this whole thing about Bob Dylan and how cool she is because she's partied on Bob Dylan's bus, and I just touched it, and so she's that much cooler. She's way cooler, but especially that much cooler. Anyway. He saw this much, and I was like, that's Janice. I can already tell you. And then did this, and I was like, oh, I know that it's Janice. And so, yeah, just from like the hairline, I knew exactly what it was. And so, thank you, BFF. You are my heart. You are amazing. But yeah, I think she's going to go right here. This, my Damn It doll that Billy makes, was also a gift for my BFF. So, I think it's only fair that this goes behind that. Just saying. So, anyway, start off with that. So, okay. So, yes, I guess first things first, should separate the hair and things. So, how I start the whole thing, I just put, like, do sections, basically, and just throw some of them forward. I'm gonna look like a total goob on YouTube, but that's alright. Put them in sections, and that way I know which ones I'm working with, which ones I've done, which ones I haven't, all of those things, because it's really easy to get them kind of confused. I've never had mine professionally done. My mom offered to get them done for my birthday this year, and I might take her up on it, but I don't know. The one time I did have them done professionally, the girl kept bragging about my sectioning and what a great job I did, and then ruined all of my sectioning. Like, went back and, like, within not even a month, because they grow, obviously, and they were all, like, pulling from other sections because she had messed them all up, and, yeah, pretty irate, to say the least. So, yeah. Anywho, so yeah, so gifts from my BFF. She is amazing. I don't know if y'all watched the other day, she did a video, so you can like this, where they're just like kind of together now. It's a whole deal. So anyway, they grow weird now, so I don't know if I'm gonna get them done or not. Anyway, the other day, my BFF Madonna did a video, and it was beyond precious. I cried through most of it. It's just her praying, her doing, like, I believe it's, I'm not Catholic, I believe it's the rosary prayer. I know she used her rosary beads. I think it's, is that what the prayer is called, or is that a Hail Mary? If anyone let me know, that would be amazing. I'm sorry, I don't really know. Like I said, I was raised Assembly of God, Pentecostal, so a little bit different. And so, yeah, my husband was Baptist, and I remember the first time I went to church with him, I was like, why is everyone sitting down? Like, what is happening? No one stood up this whole time and said amen. What is happening? And so it was like a completely different change. And anyway, and then he went to my church and he was just like, why is no one sitting down? So yeah, a little bit of a culture shock there for both of us. But anyway, Madonna got on the other day and she just prayed for, I think it was over 30 minutes, and it was the most beautiful thing. And she cried, and I cried right along with her, because she's just the most precious person on the, I mean, I don't even know, my goodness gracious. And it's so funny because everyone always says that she's, you know, someone will say something about her being nice or whatever, and she says that she's not sweet. And I've said this a million times, that I like salty with my sweet, so to me she is definitely sweet. So, but I know her. She kind of, in a funny way, reminds me of Derek, because Derek acts all whatever, but I know he's one of the sweetest people on the planet, has one of the biggest hearts on the planet. And so she reminds me a lot, they remind me a lot of each other in that aspect. Like, you know, it's cool if you know I'm sweet, just don't tell other people. So I'm like, alright. But she's a doll, and I love her oodles. So anyway, she got on and prayed for our community, for people that are on the prayer list. It was absolutely amazing, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. So even though I'm not Catholic, it was absolutely beautiful. So in case you're like, what the heck are you doing? I'm taking the 0.7, and I just go through and like grab hairs and then pull them and kind of do like a crochet type motion to pull them in to the thread. So anywho, yeah, it was absolutely amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was just so cool, just watching her right in her element. I know that she has been to church before, and said even though we're not Catholic, she has lit candles for my family, for like Derek, the kiddos, myself, for my mom, for my brother. She is a beautiful, beautiful soul. So I'm blessed to call her my friend. More importantly, blessed to call her my BFF, because she is. So one of these days, Alice, I will go see her when money is right and I feel like it. So, and she feels up to it also. That's a whole thing too. So, seeing already it looks better than it did. At least one spot now. That's exciting. So, the other day, well, I guess we should start with this. I've made a video about this before even, and didn't ever put it out because it was just like, no, because I get on here and I try to be like positive and whatever. I have no reason really to like bellyache or complain. Like, I don't even feel like this is even bellyaching. But I have no real reason to like complain or make a stink about things for the most part, because whatever. I try to be Lucille Ball. I've mentioned that, like the vitamin to Benjamin, like I'm a happy peppy person. I try to be on here. And every now and then it's hard. People make it hard. Just yeah. So I just watched right before I started this, because I was planning on doing this anyway, but didn't really know what I was going to talk about. Like, I have things I can talk about, but we'll probably get to those. Anyway, I just watched my beautiful friend Thriss, from Thriss and Stitches. I watched her video about like live auctions and stuff that goes on live auctions. And then she was talking about like Dee from Dee Creatives Crochet. Is that her name? I'm sorry, Dee. I can't think of the name of your channel right now. Anyway, I watched her channel, or her video also, about kind of the same thing. And it just kind of got me thinking. Like, I know that I've watched videos from my also beautiful friend, Miss Sandy from Crochet before, about just like little, like kind of back scenes drama. It's really like, before I started my channel, I just like assumed, which is something you shouldn't do, right? Don't assume things. Just assumed that everyone in the crochet group got along, that they were all just friends and everything was great and all that stuff. Turns out it's very high school. People try to make it very like cliquey, and well, oh, you talk to them, so whatever, and that kind of crap, and I'm not down for that. I was one in school that was, I mean, I had my friends obviously that were like my hangout, you know, whatever friends, but honestly I was friends with everybody. I didn't have anyone that I was just like, oh, you know, one thing. Like, played softball, I cheered, I hung out with like the whatever kids. One of my best friends was in alternative school. Like, I hung out with everybody. No reason not to. Okay, people are awesome. No reason not to. Some people are, some people not so much, but that's a whole other thing. Say tell for a different time, but I guess that's what we're talking about, so hey. All right. So anyway, but yeah, they were just talking about people that do like live auctions and things like that. Like I said, Sandy from Crochet has talked before about people and things. That was a whole deal. I remember that, and pretty crummy deal. I'm gonna do this one. I am gonna do this other thread. I don't even know how to say it. So I haven't made this video this whole time. I had people, should I say, on here who I legitimately considered my friends. I'm one of those people that, like, if you're my friend, and that's it. And I will go to bat for you every single dang time. Not think twice about it. And like, we're cool and we're friends, and that's just what it is. And I've had people in here who I truly thought were, like, if we met in real life, we would be friends. Like, you know, that whole thing. And those same people who I thought were my friends ended up not being. I know people get, I don't know if we call it jealous, envious, ridiculous, I don't know what we're calling it. People who have been on here, like on YouTube, had channels, things like that, had channels longer than I have, okay, who I thought were my friends, who I did things with, stuff like that. We had a whole little kind of group at one point who did like collabs and things together. And then one day we stopped doing collabs and things together. My channel kind of grew. Other people who had channels for longer than I had less subscribers, and they didn't think that was fair. And so they would like ask me, like, you know, actually it was kind of like, why do you have this many subscribers and I only have this many, and I've been doing this for this long, and what am I doing wrong, and blah blah blah, and kind of like whatever to me. And at first I was like, oh, you know, I'm sorry, I don't know, you know, whatever. And then it got to a point where I was like, you know, I don't think that's me. I don't think that's on me, that whatever, and for whatever reason, you know, whatever. And so I kind of, people stopped talking to me. I'll just go that route. Speaking of very high school and just feeling very put out, people completely stopped talking to me. I had plans to do a really fun thing with some people in February one year, I've been on YouTube for almost 3, well, I've been on longer than that with the homeschool thing, but for crochet, I'm getting ready to celebrate my 3-year anniversary. And so, a couple of years ago, I was supposed to do some really fun things with some ladies in February, and like over like December, January, my channel grew quite a bit. And so February comes around and none of them will even hardly talk to me. And I'm just like, hi, like, aren't we doing this thing together? What the heck? And no one really said anything. Like, I would text and try to reach out and no one would say anything back, and it was just like, oh, okay. And then they all started uploading their videos about the February thing, and no mention of myself whatsoever, even though there were a couple of us that started the idea for the February thing, and then it turned into I'm not even remotely included, and there's this whole other random group now of people that are in the February thing. And I would also like to note that all of these people that were randomly in the group thing had less subscribers than a couple of people that were trying to make me feel bad for having those subscribers. So it's like once I got more, they dropped me like a bad habit. Wanted nothing to do with me. Text, collabs, nothing. And would just constantly complain like, well, why don't I have all of these people? Why do I do this? Why is this like this? And I kind of got to the point where it was just like, you know, I tried to tell them a couple times like what I thought the reason could possibly be. Like, you know, you could probably make 3 videos out of one of your videos. You know, you show yarn, talk about life, and talk about your day all in one thing. You can make that 3 separate videos. And oh, it's so hard. I feel like I'm being way less vague than I even should be. Anyway, and so it was just like, you know, what the heck? And so I kind of just ignored it or whatever. It was just like, you know, it's fine, it's whatever, like, I don't care. And then one day, one of my very good friends made a video, and this person texted me, and like, this is before we stopped talking, and they all kind of like ran off. And this person texted me and was like, I don't know why, but I think this person doesn't like me. And I'm just like, what the heck are you talking about, you know? And I was like, why, what do you mean? And they're like, well, just watch the video. So I'm like, okay. And so I watched the video. And it's just this person doing shout outs and things of what people are doing on their channel. And they're like, this person never ever mentions me, never says anything at all about me, never blah 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 blah. I'm just like, well, okay, like, maybe mention them sometime, you know what I mean? So anyway, so I was like, alright. And so I just got on and watched their video and didn't think that much about it. Well, then I noticed that this person had their spouse comment under the video, and about a certain scripture that this person that was making the video had mentioned. And they're like, yeah, such and such scripture, like, that's one of my favorites, you know, maybe you should consider like being there for everyone and all that. And it was like, do you have any idea? Hi, I'm Earth, have we met? Do you have any idea how many freaking crochet people are on here, and the fact that you're expecting your name to be like for them to talk about you the whole time and even mention whatever when you don't mention them at all? You don't talk about this channel at all. You have nothing to do with this channel at all. Why would it be a thing? So I was just like, oh, that was kind of rude, you know, like, get your spouse to get on there and say something all real unnecessarily, like, and so yeah. So it was like, after that, it's kind of like left a really bad taste in my mouth. And then after that would have been about the February-ish thing, where all of a sudden none of them would talk to me, none of them had anything to do with me. these people who, once again, I thought were my friends. I like emailed these people. Some of them I text. I don't give my phone number out to very many people at all. I don't even have it on my business card, Craft Bears. And some of these people, like I said, I text with. And just one day it all stopped. And they started talking to each other. And are doing, you know, whatever things with each other. And I'm just like, okay, cool, got it. Like, you know, I'm not dumb. I got it. Fine. And so I just kind of let it go. But it was like, it still hurts. And it's hard to let things like that go. Yeah, like a lot of things. So it's like a lot of behind the scenes stuff that happens here on YouTube. And I was sadly mistaken when I thought that everyone was friends with one another, because no, not at all. And so that's why I haven't really been doing collabs like I used to. Like, I would love to do some more things with, like, my beautiful Angelia from Crocheting House Mouse. We have a lot of fun doing collabs and things, and she helped me out last year with Crochettober. We do things like that, you know, and that's so fun. But just as far as, like, a group, it's not really my thing. And it's like this little group would kind of talk amongst themselves about one another, which I also wasn't really here for. I'm not a gossiper. Like, if I don't like you, you're gonna know it. There's not very many people that I don't like, but those that I don't like, they know it. And so that's kind of just how I've always been. It's like, you know, I want to like everybody and give everyone a chance and all those things, but every now and then people will do something or say something real stupid, and it's kind of hard to forgive, and, you know, you try to just push it down and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, it was all very, very hurtful. I'll just say that, because I mean, my kids knew who these people were. We discussed, you know, all of that, and maybe meeting up at some point and all of that crap, and then, you know, whatever. And so it's I think it's real rude, to say the least. Me making this video is possibly rude to some of you, just even talking about it, because what does it matter now, I guess. But I just don't think that it's cool that people do people that way, or that, like, they get mad at me because I would get subscribers, because I would come on here with, like, I don't know, whatever videos people like to, I don't know. Once again, I still don't know how or why I have subscribers. And, like, Madonna the other day on her live was talking, and I could not have agreed more. These people that are, like, in this rush to get to 500 subscribers just so they can get a community tab. She's like, you know, I remember when that was a big, huge deal to have a community tab. And I told her, I was like, you know, I remember when I had the homeschool channel and I had 51 subscribers and I about peed down my leg. I was so excited that I finally got to 51 subscribers. Like, that was huge. That was absolutely amazing to me. And then, like I said, there are people that are on here that are just like, everyone subscribe, everyone whatever. And then, you know, like, get me to 1,000 so that I can be monetized. And I just wanted to let all of you know, if you get to 1,000 subscribers and you still only have 30 views on your video, it's not gonna matter. Okay, it's the watch hours. That's what YouTube looks at. Sure, you have over 1,000 subscribers, so now you're monetized, but unless you have 4,000 watch hours in 6 months, it doesn't matter. You don't get that. You don't get anything from YouTube. So, like, everyone makes such a big deal about the number of subscribers, and that's not really where it's at. It's in the watch hours. So that was another thing too. It was like, oh well, you know, that way I can get money and I can get whatever. And it's like, I don't know, because you still have to have so many views, and people don't want to just listen to everyone complain for 35 minutes. Let's just be honest. Like, this is me complaining, and I'm sorry if you don't want to hear it. I completely understand. don't want to be doing it. I don't like complaining. But it's just between Madonna saying something about that the other day about everyone just like worrying about the subscribers, and I need to get to this so I can have a community post, and it's like, you don't even put content up. Like, put up content, engage with folks so they know who you are, and then, you know, it's different. Or like, just like that, like I said, Thriss and Dee putting up about the auctions. I've heard so many things about, I don't know what's going on. They were both very vague, which I respect completely. I'm probably not being as vague as I should be right now, and it's just been building up for a really long time, because I'm hurt, straight up, because I'm hurt. Anyway, but yeah, they were both very vague about everything. But it's like, you know, I've heard stuff about auctions before, about people doing them or trying to get money from people, and either like they really didn't need things, or people got in the way of things, or people get jealous because, oh, well, you know, why are you doing this for them and not for me? And it's like, you know, it's out of the goodness of their heart. It shouldn't have anything to do with who things are for, or, you know, well, you know, all that. And then like, personally, when my friends' channels grow, I get so dang excited for them. Like, I sent Angelia a present whenever she got 1,000, because I was so excited. She's well over 2,000 now. Equally as stoked for her. I am so beyond ecstatic for Jen. It's not even remotely funny. Like Cinnamon Stitches Jen. I think both of those ladies deserve 800 times the subscribers that both of them have. And I know lots of other people on here that don't have as many subscribers, that should have more subscribers than they do. And I don't hear them complaining. Okay, I don't hear them on there like, well, you know, it's taken me 4 years and I only have this many, and then there's this other channel that has, you know, whatever, what am I doing wrong? It's not what you're doing wrong. We're all different people. We're all completely different. We all do completely different things. Kind of another thing that I've had issues with is I work really hard on like the ideas and things that I have for this channel, like Crochet and Tell, like Crime and Crochet, just all sorts of different things that I worked really, really hard on, and I've kind of stopped doing a couple of things like that because I've noticed that other people started doing the same exact thing, which to a degree is fine, but it's like whenever I'm getting sent pictures for Crochet and Tell and I have like a couple of other people's names like attached to those same photos, it's just like like CC'd in an email or whatever. It's like, well, then forget it. I'll just let them show off the things. You know, it's just kind of, I don't know. I feel like I'm belly aching and complaining. I don't know if I'm even going to put this video up at this point, but I think that individuality, as I sit here and do my dreads, I think it's really cool whenever people are their own people. And you can do things on your own, and you don't have to copy or throw people under the bus in order to build your channel. I do. I hate that I've legit lost friends, people who I considered friends, over just YouTube stuff. Like, who gives a crap about YouTube? You know what I mean? Like, but that's what I lost them over, was YouTube stuff. And I don't understand. And I mean, it's hurt me for a long time. Derek and I have had a lot of conversations about it where I'm just like, what's the deal? You know, now they're on here doing this other thing together, you know, like, what the heck? Like, half of them wouldn't even know each other if it wasn't for me. I'm just saying. And I don't know. I feel like I'm saying way too much. I feel like I'm saying way too much. I just don't think it's cool. I will just say that. I think that if we're gonna do stuff, let's all do stuff. I think if someone has an idea, then a whole other group of people shouldn't be able to take that idea and not tell someone what they're doing. Like I said, it's all just, my hair looks so cute. This is such a great idea for a YouTube video. Anyway, it's all just very high school, very cliquey, very not something I'm here for. Even in high school, I went down with the cliques and crap. I was just like, no thanks, I'll just be friends with all of you that are cool, and if you're not cool, then I don't want to be friends with you. Can we just be like that? And that's how I was in school, because I don't like drama, and I don't like having to feel like I'm friends with 9 people because those are the only 9 people I can hang out with or whatever, you know. Like, no, I want to be friends with all of the people, kind of like here on YouTube. Like, I want to just watch all of the channels and do all of the things. There are, you know, some that I don't watch now because of whatever, but I have no reason for drama. Drama is not my thing. I don't subscribe to drama. Not my realm and not my place. However, I very much am if you, especially with my family, obviously, but if you mess with a certain bubble, then I have an issue. And so that was kind of one of my things with all that. It's like, my kids thought these people, like I said, we talked about them, my kids thought the world of these, like, a couple of these people who just dropped me like I was nothing. And then it was kind of weird for me and for them even whenever I just stopped talking about these people, because yeah. And so I don't know, I mean, now it's been a while, it's been well over a year. I'm to the point now that I feel like I can finally say something about it without just breaking down into tears, because I did that for a really long time. I was either just like really, really mad or just cried about it a lot, because, you know, I'm truly one, like, if I consider you my friend, then you're my friend from here on out until you hose me over or something. Like, I'm very, which is not good either, but I'm very much like a fool me once type person. Shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. And I wasn't about to let the fool me twice thing happen. So, I just didn't ever say anything, didn't ever come on here and talk about it. Felt like it was irrelevant in the scheme of things, all that, but there are so many things that go on behind the scenes of YouTube. And I don't even know. And I used to question that a lot, like my beautiful friend Jen, because she doesn't do like collabs, and like whenever people do things, you know, she doesn't do like yarn swaps and stuff like that. And I was always just like, well, why doesn't she do that, you know? And now I, with my whole entire heart, understand and respect the crap out of her for that, because yeah, why would you do that, honestly? Because someone's gonna get mad, someone's gonna be hurt, someone's gonna, you know, people can't just be happy for you or just be, I don't even know how to say it. Honestly, just be happy for you. Just be cool about it. Everyone has to act like we're all in middle school and make a big huge deal about things. Oh, well, you didn't do that with me though, or oh, well, you know, I sent you whatever, but then blah blah blah, or, you know, we're all gonna do a yarn swap except you, we're not gonna tell you that we're not doing it, you know, stuff like that. And it's just like, that's so wrong. Like, I graduated a long time ago. One of my kids has even graduated. That's how out of high school I am, and I'm not here for all that. So you wanna do drama, do it on your own time. I do not subscribe to your drama. So yeah, not even a little bit. So yeah, it's been a wild time here, this little bit that I've had on the YouTube streets. at the same exact time, same coin, I have made so many people that I know are my friends, that I know that I will talk to probably the rest of my life, that are salt of the earth, good people, good hearts, lovely, amazing people. And I am so thankful for meeting them, because honestly, there for a little bit, without knowing that those people were on here and that those people actually existed, I probably would have deleted this channel. That's how hurt I was. I can't help who subscribes, who doesn't. I mean, some of you may watch this and unsubscribe. I can't help that either. You know? But I'm also, if people start unsubscribing, I'm not gonna, like, let's say call Jen and be like, you know, griping at her because people are unsubscribing, because it doesn't have anything to do with anyone else. Like, that's a me thing. And so, you know, yeah, anyway, it's like, you know, maybe if this is all going on and has been for a couple years, perhaps look into what you're not doing right with your channel. Why are you asking me? I'm new, type of a thing. So anyway, I don't know, and I hate talking about it even as much as I am. But so yeah, there's a whole little clique of folks that yeah, but it's not even just that little group. Like I said, just like that so just like Sandy and that whole thing that happened with Sandy, that was absolutely insane. But it's like, just Sandy from Crochet, but it's like, just people are, I don't even know what to say about people. People are something else. People feel very entitled to things a lot, and I'm not that way. I've never really understood why people think they deserve things. Like, I was raised like, you work for things if you want them. You do things to get to your goals. You know, maybe you're not necessarily a job to work to your things that you want, but like, you kick butt and you get to your things that you want. You don't just expect everything to be handed to you, because it's not gonna be, because that's not how the world works. And so, like, whenever people would complain to me that, you know, well, what am I doing wrong? Well, what is going on with this thing? And it was just like, well, I mean, I could tell you, but, you know, it's not gonna matter, because whatever, you're not gonna put in the oomph to make a difference, I don't think. And so, I don't know, it just breaks my heart. So just even having this little bit of getting stuff off my chest, I don't know that I'm going to upload this video. It's all just, it makes me so sad. It hurts a whole lot. So yeah. And I mean, and still to this day, I wish those people nothing but the best. I mean, if I haven't even looked at most of their things in a long time, because I can't even like Google them or look them up. They don't come up on my like recommended page anymore, because they don't, and I'm cool with that. I kind of prefer it that way. Kind of dig the algorithm for that reason. And I don't know how many subs they have. They may have 10,000 at this point. Heck, I have no idea. If they do, congratulations, that's amazing, because that's what you're supposed to say to people when they do cool things. So congratulations if you do, that's amazing. If you gain 5 more, congratulations, that's amazing. That's what you say to people. You don't put them down and make them feel like they did something wrong, or just stop talking to them and make them feel like they did something wrong. Not cool. Yeah, not cool. So anyway, yeah, so that's just kind of what I'm whatever. I almost made a video, and that was almost a year ago probably, whenever Sandy made her video about just like the YouTube streets and what y'all don't see and stuff. I almost made this video then. I've made it a couple times, and then I'll just delete it. Like whenever I get really upset about it, I think about it, and then I'll just delete it. Like I said, and then earlier I watched Thriss's video, and also Dee's video, and Thriss and I were like texting a little bit about things yesterday, and I mentioned this whole deal to her. You know, it's like you think they're your friends, and then you get more people, which is just, it's so stupid. It's just subscribers. It's not a big deal, y'all. It's not a big deal. I mean, it is. It's amazing, like, to get whatever, but as far as losing a friendship over it, it's not a big deal. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, I mentioned that to her. She's like, yeah, I had people that did the same thing. And I said something on BFF's chat whenever she was talking about, like Madonna, whenever she was talking about the people that, you know, just think they should have 500 subscribers so that they can have a community tab, but they don't even post videos and stuff like that, you know. And I mentioned something about, like, or the people that drop you because your channel grew a little bit and theirs didn't, and so they just don't even talk to you anymore. And I had a couple people like, yeah, that happened to me too. And so I know a few people that that's happened to, and it's just disturbing. Like, people, oh, I got a crick in my neck. People just like claiming that they're your friends and that they're, you know, whatever, and die hard and here for you forever and all of those things, and like all of that. And then you hear those same people that you think you're really good friends with talk so much mess about other people in the YouTube yarny community, and then they don't want to be your friend anymore, and you're like, I wonder what they're saying about me now. You know what I mean? Even though I didn't do anything or give them any ammunition or anything at all, never told them anything, never was like, yeah, well, at least I have this many subscribers, or any reason at all for them to be upset. But it's like, I've heard them talk about other people before, and I'm sure they're talking about me. It's all very 8th grade. Very 8th grade. And I'm not here for that. So anywho, I just wanted to say that it's not all what you think it is here on the YouTube streets. Just like that, the people that do the auctions, I've heard that before, that people, you know, and I don't know that that's what's going on now, and I'm not even going to say that because I have no idea what's going on right now. But I've heard that in the past, people doing the auctions, and then the people don't even really need the things, or they'll like misuse the things that are given to them, and that's just gross. And I don't know, like I said, I'm not even really saying that's what's going on right now. I just do know another circumstance that is exactly what happened. Someone made a big huge deal about some things, people made whatever, raised money for this person that did not need the things, and made it all up. And like, I donate to the women's shelter and things like that, and I try not to make a big deal about it. I know there are so many people on here like that do so many things for charity and for their community, and I think that is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful thing. And I think that that's what this all should be, you know, like people helping one another and all that. But you know, there's always that bad apple that spoils the bunch, or that one person that ruins it for everybody. Seems to be a thing for some reason, and I will tell you all that YouTube is no different. So yeah, there's still, even in this, just talking yarn. That's what we get on here to do, is just show crochet projects or knitting projects and talk about yarn, and there's still drama, and it's just like, that is ridiculous from people that are older than me. Okay. Like, yo, grow up, yo, grow up. And so yeah, so I don't know from here on out if I will do like really collabs. Like, so that's why I haven't really been doing them. I've been invited to things, you know, all of that. Since then we've done a crochet along here on this channel. We did crochet along, did the spring flowers blanket, and that was fun. Stuff like that I'm down for. You know, like we do Crochet-tober, and we did the Solving Ain't Easy and stuff like that. I love things like that. But as far as other channels, other than there are a few that absolutely, without a doubt in my mind, I would be like, yes, let's collab right now. Because I know that they are my friends. I know that they are. But like I said, I've had that where I thought people were, and turns out they weren't. And turns out they were just, I was a stepping stone, basically, on their way to, shoot, I don't know what, but on their way to something, and it didn't work out, and now we don't talk. And it makes me really sad. So, anywho, yeah, so if y'all have wondered at all why I don't do whatever, that's why. If you've wondered why a lot of things, now you know. Just in case anyone's wondered anything, I guess. I don't know, maybe you haven't. But yeah, so that's it. I'm tired of talking about it now because I'm going to start crying, and I don't want to cry. Because I just come on here and I just want to have a fun time. Like, I have other than my family and my hubby and my kiddos, which are obviously my family, I'm saying like outside family, and my family in this house, my day-to-day is a pretty crappy time, alright? I will just say that. All my health stuff, all my whatever, I'm scared all the time, and I'm just like, every day, thank the Lord that I woke up that next morning. I'm just going to be that real about it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen from day to day. My body is tired. My kidneys aren't doing well. Things aren't doing well because I can't eat. When I do eat, I get sick. What I do keep down, like I said, my body does not absorb nutrients for, so therefore it's all just going to whatever. I mean, these dark circles under my eyes are not from lack of sleep. And so I don't have time to subscribe to anyone and their whatever right now, and so that was kind of another thing too. It's like, you know, I want to live for those 3 little babies. Part of them are in there, part of them are at work, but those 3 little babies in there. I want to live for my husband. I want to live for my family, my mom, my grandma, my brother, my family, my friends. I want to kick its butt. For that, I don't need even extra in the way. I have no desire, no need for any of that whenever I'm not doing well. So yeah. I don't know. Anyway, alright, so I'm just gonna stop there because I'm getting way too far into it and I don't want to talk about it anymore, so yeah. Anywho, so even cuter, right? How you doing? Anyway, yeah. Like I said, I just have no desire to subscribe to drama. I don't subscribe to drama. That's not my thing. I just want to come on here and talk about yarn and talk about happy things and just be happy and that to be what it is. And then I want to bring back Crime and Crochet. So that one was kind of put on the back burner for a little bit, just kind of for a few reasons. But I want to do that. I want to start working on things that I like to do instead of just I don't even know what. But yeah, I have a few things that I'm wanting to start up again. Crime and crochet definitely being one of those. But I have a few other series ideas, and I've learned not to talk about series ideas before I bring them out because people like to snag those, which isn't really cool either. And I know that, you know, everyone's creative on here, everyone does their own thing, and maybe that's not necessarily what's going on, but there are a couple incidences. I know several of them that's not at all what happened, like, it's just a coincidence, but there are several of them that it's pretty obvious that, yeah, it's like my same idea, which is whatever, but also, you know, so, but, anywho, alright, I'm tired of griping now. So, on to bigger, better things. Okay, this weekend, like I said, we have a birthday coming up. Yay! Pretty big birthday, pretty exciting stuff. And so we're gonna be celebrating that this weekend. It's also Labor Day here in the States. And so Monday, around here anyway, everyone has off of school, all that stuff. We still haven't started school. We will start school on Tuesday. So we will take Monday off to hang out, hopefully barbecue. The creek would be amazing. I still haven't put up my usual crochet with me at the creek video that I usually do, so I probably should do that before life starts to happen again, such as school and things. But yeah, we start school on Tuesday. I had a lot of fun this weekend for birthday prep and Labor Day. And then, yeah, next week is gonna be a whole thing. You have to be like here on time and responsible and stuff, because I kind of really like the just summer vibes, you know. But anywho, I'm going to have a freshman and a junior next year, which is insanity. I don't even see how that even remotely makes sense. One of them already graduated, has a career, which is crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna have a junior and a freshman, so 2 high schoolers. I've got all their stuff together, situated. We're ready. It's just time for school, I guess. So, we usually do 4 weeks on, 1 week off. I need time out just like, okay, I'm sweating like crazy. Anyway, yeah, we usually do 4 weeks on, 1 week off for school. And we all really look forward to that 1 week. We can have a little bit of a break. And then we usually take like 2 weeks in the winter and stuff like that, but otherwise we really don't do like breaks. But I've heard that people are already having, like, people that just started school or whatever are already having breaks. I watched a short of a lady that I watch here on YouTube, and she has kids that go to school in Oklahoma, which is where we live, and she was saying that they've already had like days out for teachers meetings, and she was like, couldn't y'all have had those teachers meetings before? And they're like, no, like we had to meet the kids first and know like if there were any like threats, any kids we needed to watch out for that may or may not pose a threat to other kids in school, as far as like the mass issues that schools have around here for some reason, things like that. And it just broke my heart that they have to do that. That they start school and watch kids to see if anyone could potentially bring a weapon in or be a threat to other kids and all of those things. And I am so thankful for homeschool. I don't even know how else to say it. Finn wanted to go to public school this year, and then he got a new job, and he just works part-time. He is loving his job, and so he wanted to go, and he was like, you know, because I'm working, and because of all that, because he likes school, he just, there are some things that he's not so into about it. He's like, because of my job and all that, he's like, I'd rather just do homeschool now. And so I was like, okay. And then started hearing all that, and there are, like, said about them taking a teacher's day already to see about the other kids, and there's Union School in Tulsa, and they have had like 4 or 5 bomb threats already. There have been shootings at football games all here in Oklahoma already this year. Like, it was the first football game, and there were like 3 or 4 different places. And so it's just disturbing, and so I'm so thankful that we homeschool. I'm so thankful that for so many things, and I just pray for all of those kiddos and all of the schools and all of the things. I've heard that, like, at Union, which is a really big school in Tulsa, they have a really good football team. I will tell you all that. But because they have had the bomb threats 4 different times, kids have stopped going. There have been like absences and things, and they're like, what's the deal with these absences? And I was like, I would not send my kid up there. Are you kidding me right now? Absolutely not. I understand that. There's no way. Or I send my kid home 4 times in the first week of school, and then be like, well, why aren't they here the second week? You know? So I get it. But yeah, just the world is a crazy place. I don't know. So this turned into kind of a whole different conversation than what we were even having, but you know, hey, that's how I do here, I guess, on the ramblings. It's alright. Okay. Make sure I get my sections alright. So anyway, yeah, just horrible that people have to do that, or like, just like that with the damsel in defense stuff that I have been selling. Like I said, there is a bulletproof shield for your backpack. It's called Save Shield. There's a bulletproof shield for your backpack, and one that goes in your 3-ring binder. Now, the fact that they even had to make those, it's amazing that they have them, but the fact that they even had to make those just shatters my heart. That should not be a thing that kids have to worry about. Like, when kids go to school, I remember, you know, we had like fire drills and tornado drills, which was always so dumb. Like, you get in the hallway and put your hands over the back of your neck, like, if that's it's really gonna save you from a dang tornado, you know what I mean? But like, whatever. But now they have active shooter drills. What? Like, what to do in case, and who's in charge in case, and just wow. So so this is our 10th year homeschooling, and it is wild. Derek and I were talking about the other day. I was like, you know, it's funny, like, when we were in school and our parents were like, it's not like when I was in school, and I was like, and here we are, like, what is happening? Like, it's not at all like it was when I was in school. What is going on? Which, I mean, we had things, don't get me wrong, like, I was in school during, you know, like Columbine and things like that, but for it to be, I don't even know, like, as often as it is, I feel like it's a whole different game now, really, and it's just crazy sad. And then all the other things that they teach, I mean, they don't really even have, like, education anymore. They kind of learn a whole lot of other things that are wild to me. So anywho, but yes, so yeah, so that's our plans coming up, I guess. Starting school, getting ready for school, getting everyone's, our read aloud situated, and getting everyone's books situated. But other than that, we're ready. I made a video yesterday. I don't know if I'm going to put it up or not. kind of like this one, I guess. But anyway, I read through the Damsel in Defense book, The Chase's Champion. I read through it and just kind of did that. So like if, you know, y'all are interested at all in the books, if you had a kiddo that needed to hear the story, whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna put that one up or not. Those are kind of intense little conversations that they need to be having, do not get me wrong. So I don't know if I'll put that up or not, but anywho. So yeah, I don't really have a whole lot else to say. Just kind of dropped my hook. I feel like I complained a lot during this one, and that wasn't really what this was supposed to be. It was like complaining. Oh, that looks so much better already. Look at that. It's so much better already. Just that little bit of time. Wasn't a little bit, but still. Oh. Okay, yes. I keep working on these today, so I look decent for the birthday party. Yeah, so anyway. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all go, and so that way I can separate and see the rest of what I'm doing. But that looks much better than it did. So cool. Good deal. This one doesn't know what to do with itself quite yet. That's alright, it'll figure it out. Much better than they were. We'll do that, little guy. How's that? Okay, so anyway, yeah. So this is something that I wanted to talk about for a while, but it was just like I couldn't really find the time, or I could find the time. I made the video a few times, but I couldn't really find the words, and I still don't really know if they're even right. It's just all like love one another and like each other, and who cares about subscribers or just numbers? Like, I mean, I care about subscribers, but you know what I mean? Like, as far as YouTubers, can we just do a solid and like not look at that as like your value or whatever? That's like looking at how much money you have is like what a good person you are. It's not, the two do not, they don't correlate, they don't go together at all. So who cares? Like, it's just crazy. I just want to be friends with people in here, and that's part of the reason I even started my YouTube channel, was just to have people I could talk yarn with. And I didn't think there were drama in the streets, but alas. So anyway, alright, I'm gonna go. This one for today, maybe in a little bit I'll post the reading of the book. I don't know, we shall see. I have some other videos coming up for y'all, and I think I'm going to take you all along with this whenever we go do something for the birthday. I think I'm going to take you all along, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. So anyway, so I have fun things planned. So thank you all for listening to this one. I appreciate you guys very much. This was a hard one for sure. So thank you. I hope you all have a wonderfully, wonderfully blessed day. Please stay safe. Now I'll talk to y'all very soon. Bye, y'all.